there will be videos of American families wearing MAGA hats on the beaches of Mexico.
It doesn't even have to be a prediction because it literally has already happened to me with my own family. So last 4th of July, my family had a trip planned to Mexico for the week of the 4th of July. And I got a phone call about a month before from my dad, which we've already had a weird relationship because of everything going on in the world. And my family is deep on the Trump train. And he called me to ask if me and my boyfriend would want Trump cups that my family was bringing with them to Mexico. And at the time, I was so thrown off the fact that I was getting asked that and how the cognitive dissonance was just not. And it sucked because we already paid for our vacation. And I was freaking out because I did not want to be seen with that. So the night before that we went on our trip, I called my dad and told them that it was extremely racist to be bringing those cups to Mexico, and I needed to let them know because I just couldn't believe that. Anyways, we got into a giant fight. They told me that I was in a cult and to not come on the vacation. They were screaming at us. It was a whole thing. Biggest thing that we've ever gotten into. And we still went on the trip, obviously, because we were leaving the next day at 5 a.m. and I was not losing $2,000. And then when we were on our trip, they acted like nothing happened. We tried to keep the peace, obviously, because we were on a trip of our own. Saving grace was on the 4th of July. There was a hurricane, so all alcohol was shut off on the island, which was low-key hilarious. And then I will just say at part of the trip, my dad did ask a black guy if he could swim. And now I do not talk to any of my family members. So
breaking news, 2 MAGAs get fact-checked by the produce manager. This is great. This just happened just about 20 minutes ago. I was shopping in a grocery store here in the Fort Lauderdale area that's well known for its fresh produce. And as I was shopping for my items, I saw these 2 MAGAs. They were 2 guys in their 50s. I'm wearing their MAGA hats. And they were all crowing about how Trump was going to make America great again and how Trump was going to bring down prices and cut inflation and all these type things. But then they were complaining in the store about the prices of the fresh produce. And so I guess one of the managers or the fresh produce manager, somebody walked by. And so one of the MAGAs says to the manager in the store that they can't wait until January 20th when Trump is going to lower the prices on goods because he all of a sudden becomes president. They think he magically can do this, just like Biden was the one who caused all the prices to go up just because he happened to be president. Complete untrue, but that's another story. And so the guy kind of looked at him and said, sir, what do you mean? And he said, I don't believe that's going to be correct. And the produce manager says something back. He says, you do know that Trump has proposed to increase tariffs on Mexico by 25%. And many of our fresh vegetables and fruits all come from Mexico. You're going to be paying higher prices, sir, under this tariff proposed by Trump if it goes through. Their prices won't go down because, and the guy goes, what? He said, Mexico's not going to pay for it. He says, no, sir, you're going to pay for it. We're going to pass those prices on to you because our importer is going to pass those prices on to us. You're going to pay more. And the two just looked at each other like they were in shock. These people are complete idiots. I mean, they are operating with burned out light bulbs. Love to hear from everybody. Love to hear from your thoughts. Love to hear from my Democrats and my MAGAs, my crazies and my cuckoos. Y'all are definitely not going to get what you thought you voted for. And lower prices, if these tariffs go through, you're dreaming. You're dreaming. Keep smoking whatever you're smoking. Not going to be true. And I'm sure you'll try to find a way to blame it on Biden, even though all the problems that we had under inflation under Biden all came from Trump under his collapsed economy, 15% unemployment because of the COVID pandemic and because of the pipeline shutdown, all because of Trump's poor handling of things. But you all can't connect the dots. Love it, love it, love it. You're going to love these prices if these tariffs go through. Thank you, Trump. Nothing like having an orange Jesus around.
Are you a MAGA follower? Please do not come to Mexico. Do not come to Cancun. Do not come to Puerto Vallarta or Acapulco. Stay in the United States. Eat your Taco Bells. Eat your burritos. Eat your whatever you got back home. In Mexico, we already know that MAGA people hate Mexicans. we already know that you support Donald Trump, who is a really bad guy for Mexicans. They are putting our people in prisons. They are attacking our people. They are disappearing little children, separating families. We don't like MAGA people here in Mexico. And if you come, please do not bring your orange hat saying MAGA. Do not come with your shirt saying MAGA, because I've seen cases where MAGAs have been attacked by Mexicans in Cancun. At least they get knocked on their head, or at least they insult them, and we are right. We know you hate us in the United States, so why are you gonna come to Cancun with your offending us with your MAGA shirts or hats? Stay in the United States, you're better there. Why do you come to Cancun? Why do you come to Mexico? If you don't like us, stay there.
Pete Hegseth was.
Wait, mi gente! Well, my people, welcome back. Another MAGA video. MAGA regrets. This compilation of video is about MAGA supporter going to Mexico. They are telling you, don't go to Mexico. If you hated Mexicans, why in the heck are you going to vacation there? You hated Mexican. You voted for this orange man to be in power, and the orange man, he said it, that he was going to start deporting Mexican left and right. Not only Mexican, he was going to deport everybody. He doesn't care about anybody. So if you hated Mexican, why you are going to their country? Like this guy was saying, stay in the United States. Stay in the United States because you hate Mexican. If you hate Mexican, why are you going there on vacation in the first place? Don't go there. You're gonna get attacked by them. If you decide to go, don't bring your junk merchandise to Mexico, because you are going to be in big trouble. You're going to be in big trouble, and you're going to get attacked by them. You know the reason why you're getting attacked. So if you are so racist, why are you going on vacation over there? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. So you voted for this. This is what you're getting. So now you are getting the regrets. You are regretting your votes because all the grocery prices, like the other guy was saying, these people were complaining about the products being high prices, and this is what you voted for. So we're in this together. Believe it or not, if you voted for the orange man or you didn't vote for him, we'll still all of us, we are in the same boat. So it's going to be a long ride. So let's continue watching the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about Americans going to on vacation into Mexico? So let me know.
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth was on Fox News this morning, basically saying that strikes against Mexico are on the table.
They're terrorist organizations. And if you find that, and we know if there's Al-Qaeda, we're going to hit them. I don't care if you're in Somalia, Sudan, or in Syria. If we find that they continue to fire at our border control and they continue to put fentanyl into our country, as the Secretary of Defense, are you permitted now to go after them in Mexico or wherever they are?
Brian, I don't want to get ahead of the president, and I won't. That's ultimately going to be his decision. But let me be clear, all options will be on the table. If we're dealing with what are designated to be foreign terrorist organizations who are specifically targeting Americans on our border, and we're finally securing our border. We've been securing other people's border for a very long time. The military is shifting toward an understanding of homeland defense on our sovereign territorial border. That is something we will do and do robust.
They've been talking about war with Mexico for a long time, but I know a lot of people voted for Trump because he claimed to be the peace president, that he was going to bring peace back to the world, which, like, I don't know what level of delusion you had to be to believe that, but that's not what's happening. Instead, we're getting a tariff war on all of our allies that starts this weekend, by the way, so a lot of things come from Mexico and Canada, so you might want to go grocery shopping today, because shit is about to get expensive. We also just get mass firing of all federal workers whose jobs are to keep us safe. We've got planes crashing into military helicopters for the first time in a freaking generation. And we've got DEI hires in the administration with no experience in leading, running around acting like a bunch of toddlers in charge of the United States. We've got purges of federal employees. We've got investigations against PBS and NPR. We've got tech billionaires settling for millions, $25 million. Meta just paid Trump to settle a lawsuit because they took him off the platform after January 6th. We've got January 6th insurrectionists running around on the street getting rearrested for being pedophiles. And yesterday, I saw the gas near my house was almost at $4. So that's super cool. And eggs are almost impossible to find because of bird flu, and Trump has directed the CDC to not talk about it, and we are not involved in the WHO anymore, so when bird flu goes full pandemic, we're all going to suffer. But Trump will just say it was Biden and DEI chickens that did it. I guess we made it through 2 weeks of Trump's presidency. Well, not all Americans made it through, but how many more will we lose next week due to Trump's DEI hires and incompetence at the very tippy top?
So the president of Mexico has sent in Mexican firefighters to assist with the rescue efforts of the flood victims of Central Texas. After all the hate, after all the disgusting things that this government has been doing to Mexicans with the ICE deportations and alligator Alcatraz and all of these horrible things that they're doing, Mexico is showing humanity. Wow. Why can't people just sit down and talk without the greed?
Hey guys, this situation that it happens, in Texas is very sad. All the flooding that happened in Texas. A lot of people lost their life, and like he's saying, Mexico is sending people to Texas to help, find and rescue Americans. So let me know what you guys think about that.
Shout out to Madam President, Madam Señorita Presidente. Thank you for showing some type of humanity, because Trump administration don't have a lick of humanity in their bones unless you're rich. Oh, and white.
So Mexico's president has officially made a statement and essentially made it clear that she is not in support of these mass deportations. As a matter of fact, she believes that those who fled her country in order to break into the United States have the right to stay here. Let's unpack that for a second. So the president of the country that people are leaving in droves in order to break into another country believes that she has the right to speak on the invasions that we have to deal with. These are her people, mind you, right? And so if Mexico is such a great country, if you believe that you are creating a Mexico that people would want to live in, why would you endorse or essentially support your people in leaving your country and breaking into another?
All I gotta say is,
guys, let me know in the comments below your opinion about this video. Like this guy was saying, you know, that the president of Mexico is saying that Mexican that they came illegally to the United States, they have the right to stay in the United States. Let me know what you guys think about that.
if you're American, very pale American, I hope you don't have plans for spring break in Mexico, because there's a lot of people that are mad right now. And among other things, you wouldn't want them spitting in your food. Or your drink. At those all-inclusives in Cancun.
When you elect psychopaths, people die. When you elect psychopaths to own the list, children float down the river.
If you ever wonder how the mustache man got away with all of the things that he did, just take a look at Donald Trump today.
So there's a white woman's video who's gone viral talking about going to Mexico to get dental work.
So I just got the quote from the dentist in Mexico I've been looking to go see, because no offense to my current dentist in the United States, I love him. He does a...
Are you serious? This lady, she's saying that she's going to Mexico to get dental work.
really great job. And I wish I could go to him. I just can't afford dental care in the United States.
And while there were a ton of comments and people talking about the medical care system and kikiing with her in the comments, my spidey senses told me to dig a little deeper. And here's what I found.
Ah, what a beautiful morning. So grateful that Trump got in office. Life is going to be so much easier again.
Oh, look at her. She's one of those orange guy supporters. She's one of the Maga guys. Maga guys, look at her. And now she's saying that she cannot afford to go to the dentist here in the United States. So instead, she's going to Mexico.
Question. If it's so much easier, why can't you go to the dentist? Hold that thought.
And yes, I'm a woman for Trump. Guess what? There's like way more people in America that wanted Trump yesterday, so I don't even look like a piece of shit anymore. Thank you to the 70-something million people that voted for Trump yesterday. You just validated all of my videos where people shat on me in my comments because I'm a woman voting for Trump. Thank you for that. So yeah, we're gonna have a party later, and I told you so.
What is so interesting to me is there are so many people like her that uphold the values of anti-immigration, yet go with their teeth fixed. I hope you get stopped at the border. Root canal these hoes.
So let me know what you think. What you think about the last video, guys. This lady, she voted for the orange man. She's a MAGA fan, but she's saying that she cannot afford to go to the dentist in the United States. And she's going to Mexico to get dental work. What do you think about that? Are you serious? Don't even say it. Don't even mention anything when you go to the dentist in Mexico, because he's gonna pull out your dentate, your teeth without anesthesia, just to mess with you, because you are an orange guy supporter. So it is crazy what's going on between United States and Mexico, because the orange man, all the policies and craziness that he has implemented. So if you are American, don't go to Mexico on vacation, because it's gonna be a nightmare for you. Like one of the person on the video was saying, they're gonna do something to your food, whatever. They're gonna spit your food, your drink. So don't go there. Don't go there. If you are so racist, why you wanna go to Mexico? Stay in the United States. So let me know what you think about this whole situation on the comments below. If you like content like this, please support my channel by subscribing and liking the video. See you guys on the next video. Thank you and bye bye.